I am British. I am Jamaican. I am American. I am what I am. From South London to New York. I did that. The eye patch, a unique look. Pirate type stuff, you know? I did that. I flipped being blind into a luxury brand. MC Ricky D to Slick Rick, icon, fashionista, storyteller. I did that. Sampled over 800 times, kid. I did that. Had cats staying in Clark Wallabies. I did that. When brothers was driving Benzes, I pushed them into Rolls Royces. Posh behavior. I did that. I am the ruler. I represent the bottom and the top. None can stop your gods. Respectfully, I inspired many. That's right, I did that. Please, jewels dripping, gaudy rings, yellow gold, platinum, rose gold, custom pieces that represent heritage and royalty. Unapologetically, I did that. The great adventures of Slick Rick, Ayo, creativity, I did that. The ruler's back, passionately, I did that. Behind bars, gracefully, I did that. The art of storytelling, elegantly, I did that. The poet and the visionary, we did that.
Night quietly flowed to her with the promise of a prodigal child. He spoke in amber tones, and his words were soft gray silhouettes that she recognized on her window shades. And though it had seemed an eternity since they had been this way, that close enough to see, that close enough to touch, that close enough to know, he was prepared to scold and punish the disruptive delinquent.
late night radio shows. Such a brilliant moment. I had nearly everything. And I used to listen to all these radio shows, late night radio shows, and I thought it was such a brilliant moment. How many people are listening to these radio shows now? And how many people have something to say? How many people would be interested to hear what I have to say? We all should have a little radio and broadcast at night. I'm a faithful man. I want to die young, as late as possible. Time is an illusion, melting slowly under our feet. Elevate yourself. Elevate yourself so there's nothing underneath you that is going to melt. They say you have it all, you know. But what do they know? Drugs don't really help. Don't really help. And it happens all the time. When you realize, you wish you didn't waste all those moments. I hate that feeling at the airport when your luggage hasn't turned up yet and you're the last one and it's Christmas Day. There's no right or wrong way. There's only the best way you can do it, you know. Time, illusion. Not even sure about logic anymore. They say you have it all, you know. But what do they know? Be there for your friends. Leave this place clean. Be kind. I got a sequencer and a drum machine. And I need to make good use of it. I'm trying, love. Let's keep on dancing now. I love you. I used to listen to these late night radio shows. Such a brilliant moment. Well, I'm trying, love. Let's keep on dancing now. I love you. I love you, Victoria.
I love you, Daddy. I love you, Papa. Che posso dire? I love you, Papa.
Vuoi dire qualcos'altro?
Sì.
Vai, di quello che vuoi.
Non lo so che dire.
question. You ever have one of those days when nothing seems to go right? I mean, you get up in the morning at what you think is the crack of dawn, only to realize that your alarm clock didn't go off for the third time this week. And now you're 2 hours late to work. You say to yourself, uh-oh, here we go again. So you jump out of bed, brush your teeth, skip breakfast, run down the stairs, only to discover that you parked in the tollway zone, which, had you been up on time, wouldn't have been a problem. But you weren't up on time, were you? Which means they took your car. And now you gotta go to the impound yard and pay that astronomical fine just to get it back. And you think, here we go again. Of course, now you're 3 hours late to work. And when you finally get there, your boss just looks at you and says, there you go again.
back is dead.
Techno dead. I'm still here, dancing.
That's how word to the prophets. Deep pockets, shallow minds in abundance. Wet pen, I see stains on your button, shoes and jacket. You a bum, are you dumb? You thought out. Swear you posting agony, the money's losing battery. Another Western dust, you done.
Deeper into the vibe. What? How? Chilling in the corner at the shelter all by myself, checking it out. I'm not dancing no more, but why? What? How on earth are you supposed to vibe around the fake ones, the ones that say they know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut. What the fuck? What?
club scene was wild, extravagant, and riddled with debauchery. The Limelight housed a repurposed church. It was a haven for artists, punks, and socialites. Club kids ruled the nightlife with outrageous outfits, drug-fueled parties, and eventual crime. Welcome to the underground. After the Berlin Wall fell, the city became the epicenter for hedonistic nightlife. Abandoned buildings hosted illegal raves, birthing the city's techno scene. Clubs like Brigante, Kit Kat Club, and Sisyphus became known for their anything goes policies, including open drug use, BSM, and 24-hour partying. Welcome to the underground. City clubs of this period were dark, neon-lit playgrounds filled with smoke, pounding house and techno beats. An eclectic mix of drag queens, punks, gangsters, Wall Street cokeheads, and struggling artists. These venues often had unmarked doors, bouncers, selective or corrupt entry policies, an air of lawlessness that made every night feel unpredictable. Welcome to the underground. Welcome to the underground. Desecrated church. This club was both glamorous and notorious. It became a haven for ravers, goths, and party kids. Gained infamy during the club kid murder scandal. The Tunnel, a massive industrial-style club with different rooms that catered to every subculture, from hip-hop heads to leather-clad fetishists. The Palladium, once a grand concert hall, it became a hotspot for the city's elite and the underground alike. Save the Robots, a late night after hours den in the East Village, where the East's strangest, most strung out creatures came to keep the party going till sunrise. The Sound Factory, a temple of house music, where DJs like Junior Vasquez kept crowds dancing for hours. Danceteria, closing its doors by the late 80s. Known for its eclectic mix of music, fashion, and culture. and the rocks also played major roles in shaping the city's nightlife. This was the era of the club kid.
a place big enough for holding all the tears you won't cry. 'Cause your mama's name was lonely and your daddy's name was pain, and they called you Little Sorrow 'cause you never loved again. You ain't got no one light? Won't you bring out the 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 light? Rolling thunder, feel it winding, way on high, wind is calling, and we are seven days, way on high, rolling thunder, dripping up, stretch my arms, I got scars, I got trouble, no more lovers, feel it coming, green and lightning, rolling thunder.
The moment is now, and you are in the right space. I'm Lenny Green from The Quiet Storm. And ladies, I can't put you to sleep, but I am going to put you to bed. And it is my honor to introduce you to something hot and new from my brother Ghostface Killer, who's going to elevate this vibe to a whole new different level. Ladies, I hope you have your towels. To the grown and sexy, lock in, buckle up, because I think it's time for us to take this journey together.
feel grown? Is this a clone? The pics on the phone, you will be never alone. Do you feel safe? Do you feel brave? Riding the wave, is this a cave? No, it's a rave. Rave, do you safe? You will be never alone. Do you feel alone? Do you feel home? Do you feel strong? Do you feel grown? Is this a clone? Pics on the phone, you will be never alone. Do you feel safe? Do you feel brave? Riding the wave, is this a cave? No, it's a rave. Rave, do you safe? You will be never alone.
Fireflies have overtaken the sky. If this is a dream, how can I trust my eyes? Overtaking the sky. If this is a dream, how can I trust my eyes? The fireflies